Okay, so what I want to do is talk about prepositions of place. Prepositions of place. And more specifically, in, on, and at. Right, so these can be a little bit different in English, slightly difficult for some people, but hopefully I'll make it a little bit easier. So typically when we talk about in, what we mean of in is inside. Okay, so kind of like inside. So you think about a box and you put in inside the box. Alright, so for example, I can say John is in his house. Correct? So if you think about the house is like a box. So by saying that, we say, John is in his house. He is inside his house. Okay? Now on, it's a little bit difficult, but it's not so bad. On is kind of the same idea if you think about a box, but on is not inside. On is on the outside. Okay, kind of like this. On. You can even say on. So on is like it's touching. Okay, think of on as touching something. But only on three sides. On the top, the left, and on the right side. On the bottom, no. But on is always touching something. So I can say, for example, the chair is on the floor. Correct? The chair is on the floor. The chair is not in the floor. It's not inside the floor. The chair is on the floor. Alright? So you can kind of see the difference. Alright. So if we look at can be a little difficult. Alright. So if you think about a box again, at would be, I don't know, maybe over here a little bit. Not really in the box, and it's not touching the box. It's more on the side. And for at, we generally have, I like to break it up into two rules. The first one's pretty easy. If something is not in or on, it is at. Okay, so if something is not in nor on, it is at. Alright? So for example, if we think about a person, okay, a person, and yeah, maybe a house. Not a very good house, but it is a house. So remember in. If I can say, is the person in the house? Well, no, because he's not inside, correct? The same as on. Is he on the house? No, because he's not touching it, correct? So if he's not in the house, and he's not touching the house, he's at the house, is what we'd say. Alright, do you understand that? Is that alright? Okay, and another basic idea of at is kind of similar, but it is a little different. We use at for general location. General location. And general location can be a little bit difficult to understand, but I don't know, if you think about a tall building. Okay, a tall building. Alright, you have many different floors, etc. Maybe even have, I don't know, a little car outside. And someone calls you and they say, okay, where are you? And you could say, possibly, you could say, I am at the building. Okay, maybe you could be here in the top floor. You could be downstairs in the lobby. Maybe you could be in the car outside, or even standing just next to it. But for all this area here, we would say at. So that's what it means at in general location. Okay, so I hope you understand that. I hope that made that a little clearer for you. But just to review, in is, it's like inside. So like it says, John is in his house. He is in his house. He's inside his house. On is touching. Okay, touching something. Not in, but touching. Like it says here, the chair is on the floor. Okay, or I am on my chair, correct? I'm not in my chair, I am on my chair. And at, if it's not in or on, it's at. Okay, so like this person in the house, he's not in the house, he's not on the house, so he's at the house. And we also use it for general location. Okay, so like I said, if somebody calls you and they say, "Where are you?" You can say, "I am at the building." Because you could be inside, on the top floor, outside, maybe in your car kind of next to the building. But for that general location, that general area of the building, we would say at. Okay, so I hope that helped, and I'll leave you there.